Hello friends, we have done part 1, now this is part 2. Part 2, the first lesson is the scholarship jacket. What is the scholarship jacket? It is a jacket. and on the left front side of the jacket, there is a big S written in gold. And on the pocket of the jacket, the name of the student will be written in gold letters. This is a short story written by the American short story writer Marta Salinas, born 1947 in California. Okay, she is a creative writer. Creative writer means one who writes poems, short stories, novels, drama, one-night plays, screenplays and so on. Such a person is a creative writer. So Marta Salinas is a creative writer. Okay. Now this story is about a 14-year-old girl, Marta. Now what is Marta is the central character. There are other characters. Now let's get in touch with these characters in the story. Marta is the only important character. There are some other people. Marta, 8th class student, a Mexican girl of 14, the student who maintained A+, the highest grade, continuously for 8 years. One of the 8 children of a farm labor. So as far as we are concerned, the most important thing is that she maintained A+, A grade, from standard 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So such a person will be given the scholarship jacket. So this year it should go to Miss Martha. Then other characters, Mr. Shimt, her history teacher, Mr. Boone, her maths teacher. Then the headmaster. The other characters, they don't appear in this story. Like Martha's sister, Rosie, Martha's grandpa, Joan. Next in line means if the scholarship jacket is not given to Martha, then it should naturally go to Joan. That's next in line means. And her father, very rich person, he is on the board of the school and also he is the owner of the only store in that place. They don't appear on the story. Those who make appearances in the story, one is Martha, second is history teacher Mr. Shim, and the third is the principal, and the fourth is Mr. Boone, maths teacher. That's the situation. Now this year it should go to Miss Martha. But Shim says it should go to Miss Martha. There is an argument between Mr. Shim and Mr. Boone. Sorry. Mr. Boone, maths teacher, said no. This year it should be given to Joan because Joan's father is on the board of the school. Board is one of the governing members of the school, and also he has got the shop. It's a store in the town. The only store in the town. Mr. Shim said no, that should not be done. And he got angry and he went out of the classroom when they were talking like this. And this discussion was overheard by Martha. And Martha was very sad. The principal called her, the principal of the school. She was cocksure that she would get the scholarship jacket. Absolutely sure. 100% sure. But then the principal called her. So she overheard this conversation between these two people. And then she thought, why the principal is calling me? The principal called her and said, well, Martha, naturally the scholarship jacket should be given to you. But this year the board has changed the policy. What is the policy? It will not be given free. All these years the tradition of the school was the scholarship jacket would be given free. But this year the policy has changed. What is the policy? The person who can pay, the grade is required plus $15 for this. We have already seen, she is being brought up by her grandparents. Because her father was not in a position to look after all his 8 children. Naturally, we can expect that not very rich. So what happened? Middle class or lower middle class? She was stunned, astonished, surprised. And the principal said, see, your grandfather is a comparatively rich man. He can pay. You go and tell her that I told you like this. She cried. She went out. On the way also she was crying. She knew that her grandfather would not pay $15 for this scholarship jacket because her grandfather also knew that it was given free. She went home. She asked her grandmother, Grandma, where is grandfather? She said, he's working in the bean field. Beans, you know, beans. Bean field, he's working there. He's plucking grass, weed from among the beans. She went there, stood there for 1 or 2 minutes without speaking anything. And then she also started plucking weeds. And after that, she told grandfather, Grandpa, I have something to tell you. This year, the scholarship jacket, I should get it because I maintained A grade, A plus from 1st standard to 8th standard, you know also that. But this year, the principal called me and said that they have changed their policy. I have to pay $15 if I would like to get it. Will you please help me? Grandfather said, no. I won't give you even a single paisa. I won't give even a single dollar to you. Because the scholar, otherwise what is the meaning? If you are paying and getting the scholarship jacket, then it's not a scholarship jacket. It is something else. You are making payment for that. So my dear daughter, I am not going to give you. Scholarship jacket should be given free of cost. It is to honor a student who had been working very hard throughout her school life or his school life till the day of 8th grade graduation, that is passing out. So she thought, all hope gone. She went back the next day to the school and met the principal. The principal asked, what did your grandfather say? She said, nothing doing. He will not pay even a single dollar for this because he says, according to him, he says that scholarship jacket should be free. If you have to pay for it, then it is not, you cannot call it a scholarship jacket. She was almost weeping. And the principal, okay, let me see. He changed his mind. And he said, of course, after thinking, he said, okay, Marta, the scholarship jacket will be given to you. And then what happened, you can imagine. She was so happy. Out of great happiness, tears fell down from her ears. She was very happy, extremely happy, and the whole thing, she thought like this, I will be given the scholarship jacket. That jacket, green and gold, that jacket, there is a big S in gold letters, that jacket where my name will be written on the pocket. And she ran away from there, happily, and also shedding tears of joy. This is the story of the scholarship jacket. There is an outline. Of course, we are going to get into the story, and paragraph by paragraph we will be reading and explaining. Understand? So what is scholarship jacket? Now you understood. Scholarship jacket is a jacket given free to the student who maintained the highest grade, what is called A place, from standard 1 to standard 8. And that should be given free. And this year they tried to change the policy, but they actually, what happened is they took you can say that a U-turn. They took 2 U-turns. U-turn, that is, one is first U-turn that took was, the principal said you had to pay $15. Her grandfather said no. Then the principal changed his mind and said, oh yes, it will be given free, of course. So the scholarship jacket. So in this story, what you find is the workings of a 14-year-old girl who had been trying her best to maintain the highest grade in the exams from standard 1 to standard 8. And how she was so disappointed when the principal demanded $15, and how she was so happy. You cannot just say happy, but she was, but you can, a word that you can use is exultation. This great happiness she expresses when the principal said that the jacket will be yours this year. And that also absolutely free. So the mind of, how the mind of a student works, how through different levels of emotions the students, different levels of the student experiences, her strong belief that she would get it. Second, she overhears the conversation between Mr. Shimt and Mr. Boone. Third, she meets the principal and the principal demands $15. Fourth, going home crying and meeting grandmother and then grandfather. And fifth, grandfather responds outright denial, I will not pay even a single dollar. And sixth, she is crying and she is weeping. And seventh, next day she goes to meet the principal. And eighth, the principal changes the policy again and then announces that this year the scholarship jacket will be Miss Marta's. Now we will go through this story in detail. Till then, from the next class onwards, till then, bye. Have a nice time. Got the point? So here you are. What is this scholarship jacket? Characters I told you. There is also a character called Coach Thompson for their physical education. But the appearing, those who make appearance in the story, Martha is one, Mr. Shim did a short appearance, Mr. Boone another short appearance, Headmaster very short appearance, and also grandfather. All the others, you hear the names of these people, that's all. So the story is centered around a 14-year-old scholar, a 14-year-old girl a 14-year-old girl who was first denied the scholarship jacket and then was given, and how the emotions that she underwent during this short period of denial and then acceptance. Understand? We will see in detail later. Till then, bye. Have a nice time. Let us try to complete all our lessons before your exam begins. Or even sometime January, I think we will be able to complete everything. I think that you are all following my classes and they are useful to you. If useful, then you should definitely share with other friends of yours also. Because for your examination, this is very important. I am also doing all the grammar along with the relevant grammar lessons also. So I hope that it will be useful to you. If my classes are useful to you, you must definitely share this with your friends also. Okay? Bye. Have a nice time.